Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Azine Williams. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Okay guys, so it was an eventful night last night. Because of the whole head of house challenge, pardon me challenge and all that, a lot of your housemates, a lot of your faves went cold. A lot of them went to bed early, even though they later woke up later. A lot of gist as usual. You know, that's my favorite part. Them spilling their guts about their relationship with their fellow ex-housemates or even ex-housemates that are not part of the show. Yes, guys. So let's start with the Akpofure siblings. That is Neo and Venita. So Venita was so moody after the whole pardon me and nomination exercise yesterday that she went, in fact, it looks like she was even crying. Yes, she was crying. Looks like she was crying. She went to the toilet area with Ceec'S and she was pouring her heart out. Now, according to Venita, she looked forward to her sibling, her brother Neo, to pardon her, to put her name up for pardoning. But what did Neo do? Neo told her that he has already chosen bbnaija because bbnaija and himself have an alliance. She was so distraught. She was so pissed at Neo because she felt like family comes first. Now, Ceec'S now went to go and meet Neo to find out why did you put another person, another woman ahead of your sister. Now, according to Neo, he said that Venita has a lot of alliances in the house more than he does. The only person he knows 100% has his back in that house is bbnaija, and he will put bbnaija ahead because bbnaija has promised that she will always have his back and he will in turn always have bbnaija's back. According to Neo, an awkward situation happened caused by Venita. He said that before the whole going to the nomination room or the diary room, Venita asked CeCe to Neo, according to what Neo said, and just said, you know what, convince her. And Neo was kind of embarrassed because according to him, CeCe was laughing at the whole situation. I mean, Neo said if it was maybe a fraud or a Ceec'S or somebody else that they are kind of close to, it would have made sense. But I mean, bringing CeCe, not even informing him, telling him to convince CeCe to put her name off for pardoning, that was kind of like awkward and embarrassing. So Neo was like, you know what, in this house, yes, you know, family is family, but the game is the game, and he will get the back of the person that has his back. Simple and short. Now, away from that, there was also the CeCe, Alex, Pere, and somehow cross situation. Yes, guys. So Pere was trying to convince Alex that he really likes her. Remember earlier, Alex has told Pere, you know what, you like me, it's fine. Let's do that likeness outside of the house. But Pere is bent on showing how much he loves Alex. But Alex is trying to stay away from Pere because someone told her, who is obviously Princess, that she should stay away because Pere and CeCe are close, and CeCe is staying away from Pere because she found out that Alex and Pere are getting close. Now, Pere is saying that that's not it, that he and CeCe are not that close, that they were actually broke close because of a project they worked on before the house, that they were not that close at all. Now they had to involve Cross because Cross is closer to CeCe, trying to let Cross, who was obviously very tired, go and talk to CeCe so that CeCe would give Pere a listening ear. Now, while they went there, CeCe was like, you know what, I don't want to talk to you, I'm closed for the day. And of course, Pere went ballistic. He was telling Alex, you know, that there is nothing. It's Alex that he wants. There is no CeCe in the picture. He was basically trying to convince her and all that. At some point, he wanted them to together go and confront CeCe and also the person that told Alex the gist. And it was at that point, you know, that Alex was like, you know what, let's not do this. Nobody said anything and all that. But before then, Alex and Pere had a conversation in the blue room where Alex was telling Pere what she feels or what people have told her that is CeCe's game. Before that, she has already casted CeCe's fans. She said
she has, and I've said it before on the show, and I've said it when she was there, and I will say it. She has a lot of women that somebody left because of their attitude. and they just, instead of going back to reminisce on how bad their attitude have been, they blame either the man or the other girl for it. All these vengeful people. That's what she has as fans. They are very bitter people, I promise you. I'm serious.
I don't think so. Okay.
I'm serious.
So basically she's saying that the fans of CeCe, Spartans, that you guys are a bunch of bitter, abandoned women or people. Yikes. Anyways, she also said that she was told that CeCe will come into the house with 3 narratives, either to try to correct, the toxic girl, mean girl thing tag that was put on her when she went to the house back in 2018. And the only person that can help her do that is Alex. Yes, she also said the second one would be just to own the whole, yes, I'm a bitter girl, I'm a mean girl narrative and all that. And the third one, what was the third one? Oh, try to get into a ship. Yes, so that there will be a triangle, like, according to Alex, what CeCe is trying to create. Now, when Cross had a conversation with CeCe gave him a step-by-step description of how she and Pere became close. How it was from an advert to a job that they did in Houston, to how she was always checking up on him before they got into lockdown, before the whole process of coming back for All Stars happened, how she was always there for him, even when he never got a call, how she was always worried, how she was always like checking on him. That's aside. CeCe also said coming into the house that, she and Pere, the first 2 days were actually very close and all that. Then until a day that Pere saw her, spending time with Cross. Now, while they were going back in, Pere said, something along the lines of why she spent time with Cross and all that. And she was like, I mean, isn't that your friend? And Pere said something along the lines of, he's jealous or something like that. Now, she said that after that incident, Pere totally changed and became cold towards her. Now, this was before the whole fight with her and Alex happened. Now, when that fight with her and Alex happened, the one that pained her most was the fact that he did not stand up for her, despite knowing that she actually did try to contribute for the tax. And also, he fueled the whole thing by a statement that he made. Now, in her head, she did not understand why he would have to do that. Even if you don't want to stand up for me, don't add fire to the whole thing and make me look stupid. So that was how she said, you know what, she would have a conversation with him, which they have. I think they did that in the pink room. Yes, I remember that day. So according to CeCe, she said, you know what, that after or in the middle of that conversation, she realized that Pere was basically talking to the camera and not to her, and she shut that down, and she said to herself, you know what, day your day, make I day my day. You see, in this house, we are not friends, and I will not talk to you till we'll leave this house. And she said she's not in for any conversation with Pere, and that's that. So from everything I got from here, it's obvious that, number one, Pere and CeCe were actually close before the house. Number two, I feel like Pere is trying to create a narrative or a triangle between the two girls who he obviously knows are rivals. No, and I feel like it's a game. Number three, between CeCe and Alex, there is definitely bad blood, which we all know, but CeCe is the one person they've always said is the beat up one, but obviously from everything that Alex said yesterday, yeah, she too is very bitter, because I don't understand the generalization of calling CeCe's fans, bitter, abandoned women. What's that? That's not cool at all. See, Alex has CeCe in mind, just like both of them have each other in mind, but honestly, the bitter thing, nobody should be putting it on one person, because that would not be fair. Yeah, that was my own conclusion in the whole thing. The day Pere and CeCe will clash in that house, I shall carry my bucket, because plenty gist will be spilled, because these two people, they know each other very, very well. Now, talking about gist being spilled, oh my goodness. Did you hear Doyin talking to Ilebaye last night? Oh my goodness. You see, if I were Beauty, I'll be praying that Doyin should be evicted from that house. You can't tell me nothing. First, it was Doyin that spilled that Beauty and Neo were dating. Second, it was Doyin that spilled that Beauty was not even paid too much money, like she was claiming that she was paid for the show. And now Doyin has voiced that Beauty has not really been a good friend to her. Yes, even though she did not mention the name, but obviously, I mean, we are not stupid. We can tell it's actually Beauty she's talking about. How did I actually put the nail to the coffin and say yes, it's actually Beauty? She mentioned the whole Robin Minds that Ebuka normally hosted. Remember the Robin Minds episode that was on Ebuka's birthday that Beauty and Prince were hosting? Yeah, that hosted Ebuka. Yes, it was actually Doyin that they contacted, but Doyin was on lockdown, and she was the one that said, okay, you know what, Beauty can do this because she wants to do something like this, and she recommended Beauty for the job. So it was not actually that it was Beauty that they approached first, it was actually Doyin, and Doyin recommended Beauty. Now, according to Doyin, she said that that friendship of theirs was strictly just cute on social media, because in real life it was one-sided, that even at this moment that she's in the house, she can't beat her chest and say that Beauty is rooting for her. That's obvious that Beauty will be rooting for other people, which we all know will be either Angel or Mercy. So yeah, that actually confirms what a lot of us saw. Like, if you've noticed, even during the time of the reunion, it was basically Beauty and Modella and not Beauty and Doyin. Like, we could read the writing on the wall, but a lot of us just decided, okay, let's see, how this is going. But honestly, we saw this coming. Well, when she was about to spill a lot, Kayode decided to remove the camera, so we didn't really hear everything. Now, also last night, you guys remember in my previous video, I told you guys about the outburst of Uriel about the whole kitchen monopoly that she was accusing White Money of. Well, I know I actually did, side with her, because I mean, I only heard her own side of the story, but listening to White Money explain his own side, yeah, I think Uriel was reaching. I don't know what it was, but she was obviously reaching, because according to White Money, the goat meat that Uriel was questioning and saying that he was dragging with her, Fraud confirmed that, I mean, White Money never actually did stuff like that. White Money explained that Uriel cooks the healthy kind of food, and he doesn't cook that kind of food. Neither does he eat that kind of food. That even when she wanted to serve him oats, the way she served oats was different from the way he would normally eat his oats. He preferred his oats with normal milk and sugar, but Uriel would do it with honey, with skim milk, with chocolate, and he's not used to that, so he doesn't want to eat that. Now, Uriel picked an offense for that, and White Money obviously was very hurt, because he said that he and Uriel actually were very, very, like, they knew each other well outside of the house. He said that it was almost like him having an issue with Fraud, whom he knew before he became popular. He was, his personal shopper before he became popular. And when now having an issue with Fraud and declaring it to the whole house, instead of calling Fraud aside and saying, oh, these are my grievances against you. And he also talked about the whole Uriel's mom's picture and everything. That, I mean, he did not say what he said the way Uriel said it, and he said it out of care. Oh, your mom is fine, your mom will be fine, that kind of stuff. So White Money was really not, in his own mind, he said he actually didn't see anything that he was dragging with Uriel concerning the kitchen. Even Uriel wanted Kidware to do a roster for who goes to the kitchen at any time. And Kidware was like, no, let your White Money cook. White Money on his own is like, he's kind of like holding back because of the narrative that was created about him, about this whole cooking thing, especially also from his season, the Shine Your Eye season. Now, the rest of the housemates, like Fraud and the rest, were telling him, even like, White Money, go into the kitchen and cook. Oh, if you like to cook, my dear, cook, because not all of them cooks what everybody can eat. And White Money is the one person that can cook for the 20 of them, and everybody will eat. Fraud even said that some of these people that were saying, oh, Uriel, I'll miss your food, as she's going upstairs, he was just looking at them like, no be my food na they chop. Now me they feed you now, and you people are still doing all this eye service. Oh, Uriel will miss your food as you are going upstairs and all that. Honestly, I think that maybe today Uriel should be the one to go meet White Money, because this one they're saying, oh, White Money should go and meet Uriel. Honestly, I don't think That is it, because looking at everything, he was caught off guard by all that Uriel said. The outburst was like totally unexpected on his end. Even some of the housemates were like, they didn't even understand why she just went all out on him like that. So I think maybe they will be cool after a few conversations here and there. So these are some of the things that happened last night. I think the happiest person last night has got to be Tolani Badge, because finally she has her rightful place beside Neo. Now you can understand why she pulled that cover from Ilebaye, because in her head, that is where she belongs. Tolani Badge has been hustling for that position since 2020. Yes, I mean, remember when V was with Neo, how Tolani Badge was, acting, saying that she wanted to use Neo to make Prince jealous. Do you guys remember? Even at the reunion, she has been hustling for that position and she has finally gotten it. And once again, Neo and Tolani Badge are not beating that, allegation that they have something to do with each other outside of the house. They cannot beat it. They cannot fool us. But anyways, that's it for last night. What are your thoughts on the whole CeCe Alex situation, Venita, Neo, Tolani Badge situation, and Doyin spilling or telling us or pouring out her mind about her friendship with Beauty, and of course, White Money and Uriel? Let me know in the comment section. On that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Until I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Ezine Williams.